Welcome to the Weeb Lounge. Well, if you ever fall asleep one night after a hard day's work and wake up and realize that you're in a different world, yeah, it's going to be another isekai anime. How not to summon a demon lord. Falls asleep an introvert, wakes up pretty much Satan. Hey everyone, this anime circles around Takuma Sakamoto. He is basically like this introverted video game guy, never leaves the house. He's like a neat hikikomori, whatever term you want to put on him for defending the house. Basically never leaves, and he plays this game Crossrivairy. Okay, it's a huge MMORPG. He is max level crazy. Max level crazy, okay? Sub jobs, all the best items in the game, max level's like 150, and it's just an incredibly powerful character. The kind of guy that can kind of go into, you know, multi-guild raids and do things himself, I guess. Well, he falls asleep one day, wakes up, he's in this other world, oddly familiar, and it happens to be Crossrivairy. Turns out he is summoned by two people. One of those being Shara Greenwood. Shara, just a really big busty elf. Really busty elf. Huge tits. Okay. Basically a sexy elf that is friends with old cat girl Rem, who I'll get to in a second. Shara, she's basically just kind of like your stereotypical elf archer class or whatever, only the non-stereotypical part with the elf thing is the huge things. Yeah, she's supposed to be like a princess or take over for this whole elf clan, and she doesn't want to do that. She doesn't want the responsibility or whatever. She just doesn't want to do it. She wants to live her own life, adventure out and everything. And even though she can come across as really aloof, really kind of dumb at times, she has her moments. She has plenty of good moments. Two of them in particular. Okay, just leave it at that. The other girl that tries to summon her is essentially a cat girl. A flat-chested cat girl wearing very skimpy clothes. All the girls pretty much wear skimpy clothes. I mean, it is an eki anime that doesn't go overboard, but you know. Her name is Rem Galeu, and we're not talking Rem from ReZero, this is a different Rem. Everybody likes Rem. Everyone's Team Rem. You better be Team Rem. Team Amelia. Okay, different show. Rem is essentially a summoner. And she can summon like 7 or 8 different kind of monsters, and she has a little bit of history with some other magics and such, but essentially she's just a cat girl that can summon other monsters. These two decide to summon a demon lord. They want to summon a demon lord. Why the hell would you want to summon a demon lord? Well, they need a demon lord to fight another demon lord. Some demon lord on demon lord action here. Oh, that's not a good way to put it. Basically, Rem is cursed / possessed with Kremskrom. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Kremskrom. So I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry. But she's possessed by this super demon lord who can bring about like the apocalypse of humanity, destroy the whole world, and if she dies or somebody extracts it from her through some cultist thing, you know, stab her in the heart around a pentagon or something, yeah, typical stuff, then this Krebscom comes to being and destroys the earth. So it always results pretty much in Rem getting killed. Well, they're trying to wait around this. So they're like, well, what if we get a demon lord powerful enough to fight this demon lord and find some way to summon the bad demon lord out of Rem? You see where I'm getting at. This is their little bit of logic, right? Okay. Well, anyways, they decide to summon Takuma into this world, and he comes in as his avatar from the game. His avatar from the game is named Diablo. Okay, Diablo, Demon Lord, it works, right? When he comes over to this world, you know, now it's not just a fictional MMORPG, it is a real world with real consequences. They summon him with the intention to bind him, make him basically a slave. He has to do what they tell him, but he is so stupid powerful, especially when you bring him to this realm and you bring his character, he assumes the role of that character. The enslavery spell kind of, just, it didn't work. It reversed itself, and now Rem and Shara are slaves to him. They have the little chain around their neck and everything, and it's a good thing for them. Old Diablo is actually not a bad guy. He doesn't abuse this slavery principle or whatever. He doesn't, make them do like sex things. I don't know. But that's the kind of relationship they end up having. And the thing that does kind of end up happening is both of those girls, both Rem and Shara, they end up falling in love with the guy. Okay? And like at the end of every episode, like it's not really an ecchi anime, right? Like all through the thing, there's a few moments here and there, but it's not huge. But at the end of every episode is like a situation at night where, one's trying to get closer to him than the other. And it's a little bit of a competition between Rem and Shara. And it turns into like this big ecchi moment at the end of every episode. You can pretty much count on it. There's going to be some TNA action going. I actually kind of like the way they do it because plot, story, plenty of comedy. It's all actually really good. And the big ecchi moments, they generally leave as like a little bonus at the end of the episode instead of trying to filter it in everywhere, which usually can detract from shows that really try to go too ecchi, where it's just TNA and you're basically watching a hentai. I have to say they do it right. They do it right. They do it in a sexy and comical manner. I like it. Who wouldn't? But anyways, that's kind of the whole premise of the show. They summon Diablo in. Diablo is basically kind of getting this little mini harem going, and his job is to fight off Kremskam if and when whatever, pops into being. Okay, that's all good. Why can't they do this themselves? Why can't the realm, the whole Crossrivairy realm, who knows about this basically? It doesn't necessarily know Rem's possessed, but the higher ups, they know what the deal is. Why can't they just get like a big legion of people to go fight this thing once it's summoned? Well, one of the reasons why, Diablo's level 150. Max gear, max everything, max super powerful. But this Crossrivairy is in the real world, so to speak. You can't respawn. You can't pop up at a lifestone. You can't, come back, go loot your own body, get up whatever you lost, and then continue on your way with a little bit of a EXP detriment or something like that, or fighting off some Vite or something. There's none of that. This is real. If they die, they're dead and gone. So even though the cap is like level 150, you're lucky to see virtually anyone past level like 40. So you have basically all these peons walking around, some of them thinking they're badass, when in reality, in the big scope of the whole world in the game, they're nobodies. And Diablo shows up and he's just like flicking people away. It's like, stop, go away, go away, go away. You're annoying me. There's no one to compete to him. Absolutely no one. And, Shara, she's like level mid to high 20s or something, and Rem might be like 30 something in there. Nobody really knows too sure what the level is. There's like estimates. Like, you look into this mirror, here's an estimate for you. Okay, whatever. But, it's being in a real world consequence type of thing, that kind of makes people be a lot more overly cautious because they don't want to go fight a boss, quote unquote, or do a dungeon, quote unquote, without dying. There's the fear of death in them. So people don't think of playing like Diablo 3, Blizzard's Diablo 3, putting it on hardcore. You die once, you're done. Getting so far is actually pretty easy. Once you get to those higher difficulties, it gets bad and people die and then you're gone and then you have to start all over. So that's kind of the world that they're in. It's hardcore Diablo 3. Okay, that's not a terribly good comparison, but you get it. But anyways, push come to shove as the series goes and everything, Rem there's people trying to summon the Demon Lord on purpose, right? There's people that know that Rem is possessed, so you need to summon the Demon Lord. You have to create the apocalypse, all this stuff. Which never computes with me why anybody would want to just summon a Demon Lord or whatever the heck it is and cause the apocalypse. You're going to die too, you dumbass. Okay? You caused the apocalypse, everything's gone, everything's dead, including your dumbass who summoned it with some weird-ass ideal that they'll be like king in this new realm of whatever. No, you're going to die, you dumbass. Okay? That's how it is. But they do this anyways. They trap Rem, they basically kill her, quote unquote, to release Krebscrom. This huge, gigantic, demon-looking dragon death thing. Oh, it's bad. And Diablo can barely fend that thing off. Well, Rem's dead, but she's not, because, Diablo has, like, really nice potions and stuff. And, like, here's a resurrection potion I happen to have. Whoop. Okay, cat girl's back alive. That's kind of how it goes. Not a little bit more dramatic than that, but boop, you're alive. Okay, that's a really good summing up. But Krebscrom, turns out she's only part of basically the big bad Demon Lord. Apparently, a long time ago, God and Satan had a fight, basically, and God won, and Satan got split into multiple different parts. One of those parts being Krebscrom. Krebscrom, I hope I'm saying that right, because it'll be embarrassing if I'm not. Krebscrom just has a portion of the power, not the full power. Still unlimited magic. Still incredibly powerful. More so than Diablo, for sure. But Diablo can stand toe-to-toe with her, and since she can't necessarily just keep going in that big old dragon form, she has to transform back into her normal self, Krebscrom, which turns out to be a mini dragon elf loli with horns and very little clothes. You got a naked loli. It's a naked loli. The thing that's supposed to bring about the apocalypse is a naked loli. Nearly naked loli. Okay. She's basically indifferent to the whole thing. She doesn't necessarily want to cause the apocalypse. But, you look at her the wrong way, she'll blow you up and destroy a city while she's at it. But, apparently it turns out if you feed her good food, some sweets, some pastries once in a while, keep her happy and her stomach full or whatever, she's content to just let things be. Well, what a solution to the apocalypse, right? Just give her a cake. We're good. But in the end, she ends up joining this harem, basically, along with Shara and Rem. So now you got 3 girls fighting for the affection of Diablo. And I'm sure if we get more seasons of this, which I really hope there's going to be more, he'll probably add to that and add to that and add to that. And there's already a couple of characters that they come across that's like, yeah, that's probably going to be a candidate. That's probably going to be a candidate. Yep. There's a fox girl with big boobs. Probably going to be there. Anyways, like, subscribe, hit that notification button. I really hope for a season 2 of this. You get a little bit of ecky moments, you get more comedy, and maybe Diablo will actually truly meet his match at some point and not just find a lolly demon. We'll see you in the next video.